Hey, Long Beach. It's Jerlene. It's late night. It's late Wednesday night, and I'm live. I just wanted to check in. One, I thought I was going to be doing all politics or local tonight, but unfortunately, I stayed the entire at the school board meeting for the entire time, or pretty much, the entire time. Part of that time was in the parking lot. Attended the Long Beach Unified School District Board meeting. I had shared some comments about it earlier today, about how they were going to be talking about Black student achievement. I would say it was a very depressing moment. It was sad. It was a sad moment. If you're watching this on Facebook, on one of my previous posts, I shared an image from the school board meeting that just showed the data of the how Black students are doing. And it was only a single slide. It was a slide in math, but it shows how poorly Black students are doing. And Black students have been doing poor in Long Beach Unified for a really long time. And, I need to change my language. Long Beach Unified has been failing Black students for a really long time. So it was hard listening and watching this data presentation and seeing how much work needs to be done. Yet I've been attending meetings for over a decade, or I've been paying attention to the data for over a decade. So today, I was literally sitting in the back of the room of the meeting, like almost in tears. I did give public comment and shared some thoughts. Yet there was a presentation that I don't think was totally honest about the realities of what's been going on with Long Beach Unified over the last year as it relates to Black students. But the reason I wanted to go live, because I would say I ended up having I'm going to say confrontation with someone following the meeting in the parking lot. And it was in regards to some online commentary that I have already given. One thing about my commentary, I stand by what I say. Now, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I'll say I'm wrong. Okay, I'm wrong. I'll pull something down. I'll write a correction or whatever. But anything that I put out online, I stand by it. If I write it, I stand by it. If I say it, I stand by it until someone tells me that I'm wrong, and then I'll remove it. Right. So the part of the conflict was in regards to something that I had recently posted. But then there was some other comments that were made, and I'm not going to talk about like who this person was and their function or whatever. But the comments were made about you're negative, you're negative, and your approach is wrong, and just different comments. So I wanted to address that. One, I'm not negative. The information that I share is negative, because sadly the information that I share is negative. So when we talk about Black student achievement and the lack of achievement of Black students, it's negative. Because if you're looking at some data and it's showing you that Black students, that less than 50% are succeeding, then of course it's negative. So I'm going to talk about that negative information. Part of me doing what I'm doing, it is about accountability, right? And people see my face, and every once in a while they may see somebody else enter the conversation, but often they see my face. So they make an assumption that I'm solo. I'm not. If people want to believe that, that's fine. That's what people, my mentor tells me all the time, what people think of you, Jerlene, is none of your business. So I have to remind myself of that, is that no matter what anyone thinks of me, it's none of my business. So back to the school board meeting and the confrontation that I had following the meeting. I was really upset when I walked out. I was upset, and I was basically telling someone, how offended I was. And I believe that to be offended is a choice, okay? And I learned a long time ago, to be offended, offensiveness, it's a spirit that we allow to be a part of our existence. And so I chose, one, to be offended, but I was offended by the presentation today. And I was offended because there was a part of the presentation in which community was again being dismissed. Community and parents were being dismissed. And even the role that community and individuals have played in the advancement of just being able to have this conversation on the Black Student Achievement Initiative, or Black Student Achievement. And I've shared this before, but a comment was made, and y'all can watch the board meeting. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. A comment was made about reaching other people whose voices had not been heard, reaching other people who had not been heard. I have been sitting at the table representing Black parents and Black students and being a voice for Black parents and Black students for well over a decade. There's been plenty of opportunity for other people to be engaged in this process. There's been plenty of call outs. There's been plenty of informational sessions. So for someone to dismiss the value of myself and others that were in the room today, to say that they need to hear from other people in the room, well, where are they? Where are they? So someone said my approach is wrong, and it was in regarding to how the information that I share online and how I guess and how I share it or whatever. Nobody else is doing it. So how is my approach wrong? What other Black parent is sitting at the table? Now, I am in communication with Black parents. I'm in communication with parents, not just Black parents. I'm in communication with parents. I'm in communication with community members. So a lot of the information I get, it is based off of other community members and people who don't have the time to be present, right? They don't have the time to be present, or they're not interested in being present at that level, or they're not comfortable at being present at that level. So yeah, that's why I'm there. And that's why I've been there. And I've been there consistently because no one else has been there. So for anyone to question me at the table, then bring your ass to the table too. So comments were made in that were diminishing. Back to the Black Student Achievement Initiative. Now, I have a kitten that is distracting me right now. Back to the Black Student Achievement Initiative. Up until 2021, the word Black, the identification specifically of Black students, was not in the LCAP. And LCAP is the Local Control Accountability Plan. That's the plan that outlines Black student, that's the plan that outlines the budget and how the district is going to use its money from the state. Okay, that's what the LCAP is. Up until 2021, that was not that was not in there. And it was a small group, okay, about 5 of us, that advocated, hold on just a moment, people. It was a small group that advocated for Black as well as other ethnicities to be identified specifically in the LCAP. And also during that advocacy work for years, and specifically in 2020, 2021, we specifically advocated that Black students become a focus for Long Beach Unified due to the level of failure that Long Beach Unified basically had with Black students. And so I was one of those people that was at the table. I was one of those people, okay? That was at the table, that advocated for that. So going back again to someone kind of questioning my validness at the table, or my approach, or if I'm negative or not. What have you done to bring other people to the table? What have you done to even make the table welcoming for other people? And no matter what table we're talking about, where we're talking about the Long Beach Unified School District table or other tables where marginalized communities are not present, where needs are not being met. So going back, clearly someone had been sharing information or talking about me specifically. I'm not the problem. I'm not the problem. I'm not the school district. I'm not the system. I'm not the person that writes the curriculum. I'm not the one that teaches the children. I'm not the problem. I'm the messenger. But I'm also an advocate. I'm also an activist when it comes to advocating for our communities of the greatest need. It's when I made the decision to start, and actually I believe this is my anniversary. I had a memory post that popped up. This is my anniversary of using my voice in this manner. I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to stop today. And even if someone confronts me about what I said and they don't like it, because see, it's about accountability. And yeah, we've been given an opportunity. We've been given a tool called social media, technology, to be able to share our stories, to be able to engage people, to be able to talk to people, reach out to people. I'm using it. I'm using it for the purpose of my community. And again, if I welcome people to come to come and participate with me. I welcome for people to start their own. Do it. I'm not the end all be all. I actually only know a little bit of information. And that little bit of information I share with others. And I also challenge people, which I was called on my challenging I challenge people, but I'm not willing to be challenged. When you're fighting white supremacist systems, that is a challenge. When you are willing to take the time away from your family to sit in these meetings, when you're willing to sit at a table when you know that you're not appreciated, when you take the time to understand the system, understand the process, that's a challenge. I have to read. I have to talk to people. I have to watch things to be able to understand. I'm smart, but I'm smart enough to know that I got to keep learning stuff to understand it. So anyway, if you're watching this and if you are in Long Beach and you want to really be of support of just students and student needs in Long Beach, and you don't know how, hit me up. I can connect you with different organizations and different folks that are doing some work. I can, connect you to people who could teach you how to be able to understand how to advocate for your child. In certain places, I can assist in doing that. Until other people come to the table that are willing to sit there, that are willing to go through the challenges, that are willing to take the time away from their family, willing to learn how the process works, that are willing to be abused, neglected, I'll keep sitting at that table. Even when I'm tired, even when I'm hungry, even when I'm frustrated, even when I'm holding my tears in. Because basically that's what I did today. I didn't fully hold my tears in. And it wasn't until I walked out that door, out that meeting, that the tears started flowing and the curse words start coming out my mouth. And then I just wanted to say something about the response about someone saying that I was negative. You know what's negative? The disregard, the disrespect, the dismissal, the disdain This for people that actually stand up and fight for their community. That's what's negative. So, folks, I hope y'all have a good night. It's Jerlene, Mama with a Voice. I'm not afraid to use it. I am feeling depleted right now. I am feeling hurt right now. And hopefully tomorrow I'll feel better and I'll go back at it and I'll keep on sharing information and keep on, because I want to inform, engage, and inspire people. I don't want to tell people what to do. I got children. I got cats. I'm not interested in telling people what to do or how to do it, but I will definitely support and engage people in learning how to think for themselves so they can decide. And see if y'all can hear all that rolling. That's the cat. So again, thank you. Thank you for people that listen. Thank you for people that give the encouragement. Please keep it coming. I need it. I really do need it. Today was sad. And it wasn't the confrontation that happened after the meeting that was sad. It was watching the information and the data and the disregard and the exaggeration of success of our community that was sad. So again, if you want to be involved, reach out. I'll connect you. I'll direct you. Always looking for more voices, but I'm going to continue sitting at that table, even if I'm the only one. And I've been sitting at it for a really long time. And I fought to sit at that table. So if you don't know the education and well-being of our students, all students, it is a passion for me. I may have this commentary about the politics and politics because it's all political. Even what goes on with our students, it's political. It's sickening to the level of how politics has infiltrated that have infiltrated and has actually prevented the advancement of our students. I'll save that commentary for another day. You all have a wonderful night. It's Jerlene from Long Beach, your mama with a voice. I'm not afraid to use it. Hopefully I can engage, inspire, inform. I doubt I made you laugh tonight, or maybe the cat did. All right, folks, have a good night.